Now, why is it important for us to know what is written? Because life happens, and you have to know to trust the heart of the Father in His Word. Charles Spurgeon said it, you heard it in the video. A Bible that's falling apart usually belongs to someone who isn't. See, that might not be true all across the board, but by and large, if you see somebody with a Bible and it looks worn and torn and it's used, most likely their life spiritually and emotionally is put together. A Bible that's falling apart usually belongs to an individual who isn't falling apart. I'm reminded as a young boy seeing my mother's Bible. It was a thick brown Bible. This thing was so beat up. This thing was falling apart. Pages were hanging out. I used to think in my mind, why does she go buy a new Bible? I didn't understand the connection and the intimacy that she had with the author. And you know what? Her and my father would need to know the heart of the author more than ever. They would need to know that the truths in the Word are good, even when the outcome from our perspective isn't good. When it doesn't feel good, when it doesn't look good. Did you know God is always good? You see, in a span of 3 years and 3 months, 3 years and 3 months, church, my mother and father not only buried a child, my mother lost her mother unexpectedly, and then I was responsible 2 months later as they were all grieving for an at-fault drunk driving fatality, taking the life of another man. 3 years and 3 months, slam after slam after slam. But they needed oxygen in their faith. Didn't feel good, didn't look good. To this day, it doesn't look good. But they said, we trust that you are always good, and you are a good God, and you are sovereign. So we need oxygen in our faith. So they pursued what was profitable for their faith, not their feelings. If you rely on your feelings, they will let you down. But when you pursue what is profitable for your faith, God says, I want to feed your faith with my breath. You see, the only way to give you room to breathe, that's the definition of salvation, literally. Salvation means room to breathe. The only way for you to have room to breathe in a suffocating world is if God's breath can get inside of you. 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 16 says, all scripture is given by inspiration of God. Inspiration in Greek means God's breath. This is how amazing this verse is. All scripture is God's breath. He breathed it. And the only way to get God's breath in you is if you inhale His word. When I take His word in, my life begins to exhale the word. My life not only quotes it verbally, my life quotes it visually. When people see me, they see the word in action. They see Christ inside of me. It is important to know you could trust this word. You could trust the author. His heart is for you, not against you.